Ladies and gentlemen, I wish every single one of you a very happy 2024. And I already feel that this is going to be your year. I've said it many times before, but I honestly believe that 2024 will be the craziest, absolute craziest year for crypto. However, you've got to prepare right now because already in about a week from now, things can get really crazy really fast. It's because we've been hearing rumors and we've been getting more and more confirmations that BlackRock and all the other Bitcoin spot ETF providers. Anyway, just take a look at this. Just in, the SEC may notify issuers about spot Bitcoin ETF approval as soon as Tuesday or Wednesday, which is basically tomorrow or the day after. And so the situation is not as many people expected because things can happen a lot quicker. Now, if you guys want to know, the cutoff date for a lot of this is January 10th. But that basically means that between now and January 10th, this spark might all of a sudden ignite. And it's very much possible that you wake up with Bitcoin plus 10, plus 20, or minus 20% as some sort of result has been given. If you do not know, the result could be that the SEC gives some sort of feedback on the Bitcoin ETFs spot. Now, in theory, I believe that the SEC can find a way to just get another sort of delay going. However, they've delayed it many times to make a decision, and this is their official final deadline, which means they have to either reject or approve, rejection being very difficult in this sense. BlackRock has filed 580 different requests, out of which 579 basically were approved, one or so was denied. And so the probability of the SEC here rejecting it versus BlackRock and all these massive providers, in my opinion, just ain't that big. However, the speculation now is around this announcement that could come as soon as tomorrow about them actually having cleared it. So the SEC already kind of preparing these guys up front of, hey, you've actually come through. Because at the end of the day, it can't take that much longer. It can take a few months at maximum. Coinbase as well just said they have extensively prepared for spot Bitcoin ETF approval. And slightly before, BlackRock named JP Morgan as an authorized participant for its spot Bitcoin ETF. And that was actually a very funny piece in my opinion, because just a little bit ago, last month, on December 6th, JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon said he would close down Bitcoin and crypto if he were the government. However, just now, yesterday, BlackRock named JP Morgan as an authorized participant for its Bitcoin spot ETF, which is the funniest part of it all. Why we give BlackRock so much credit, by the way, is because they are the official biggest asset managers in the world. $10 trillion worth of assets under management. And even they themselves had a similar sort of approach as JP Morgan, where Larry Fink, the CEO, 5 years ago, I think, 6 years ago. I guess it's starting to become more. It was 2017. It feels like not too long ago, but I guess it's like almost 7 years ago now. He then said Bitcoin is like the tool for money laundering, or the epicenter of money laundering, something along those lines. And now he's also completely switched up and is extremely excited about the space. And obviously that's going to amplify and get wilder, crazier, and even stronger over the next few months, next few years, as a lot of companies that are now against it will, adapt and will come into this game. It's just a matter of time. We've talked about this way more often. Many of these guys are putting up a face of, no, we don't want it. No, we don't like it. Just like JP Morgan. But then in the background, they're building their rails, or they're trying to get into it. That's why I found this piece on JP Morgan so funny, that it's literally what we always say. And also for fun, I'd like to do a little 2023 recap, as obviously 2024 is here right now. So first of all, XRP related, the US judges, or at least actually one judge, ruled XRP not to be a security. Honest truth be told, that was my biggest highlight of the entirety of 2023. I think it was July 13th or July 17th that the judge said, hey, XRP is all good officially, because obviously she kind of hinted on it before, but that was when Ripple officially won their case, actually putting XRP in the spotlight. And I'd say We'll talk about that in another video. I think right after this one, because I have to talk about it fully. I'd say that XRP is the most interesting crypto and that it's let me down a lot. But I'll tell you guys when I believe XRP will pump, as I do believe there's still a very good opportunity in XRP. But we'll talk about that later today. Now, let's continue on with the list, though. The $10 trillion asset manager BlackRock officially filed for their Bitcoins and Ethereum spot ETFs. BlackRock said crypto is digital gold and that Bitcoin is an international asset. Mr. Sam Bankman-Fried has been found guilty on all charges. I think just yesterday there was more information that came out as well. I think it is right in the middle somewhere. Sam Bankman-Fried donated $100 million in stolen customer funds to U.S. politicians. Today, the U.S. government announced they are dropping 6 charges against SBF and will not prosecute him for political campaign finance violation. That is actually pretty interesting. Elon Musk tells advertisers who are trying to blackmail him to go screw themselves. That was a really funny situation. Obviously, the Binance CEO CZ resigned. Russia uses the Chinese yuan instead of the US dollar to settle trade with Asia, Africa, and Latin America. The Fed Chair Jerome Powell said crypto appears to have staying power as an asset class, which obviously is a very big shift from what they were saying before. At the same time, some more positive news for XRP. Coinbase decided to relist XRP. The Chinese yuan overtook the US dollar as the most used currency in China's cross-border transactions for the first time in history. Saudi Arabia entered into a trade alliance with China, Russia, India, Pakistan, and 4 Central Asian nations to step further away from reliance on the US dollar. So basically, all around, not a very good time for the US dollar. Argentina's president, 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗓, actually, which, man, I've seen some videos of. That man is interesting. Plans to replace the peso with the US dollar and shut down the central bank. Interesting choice. But, sometimes heavy measures are necessary, and I'm not the judge to say whether or not this is good or bad. Reliance on the US dollar obviously is not in the best spot it's ever been at. Then again, Argentina, indeed, with their inflation and with their monetary policy, has not been in the best of situations, so perhaps it is still better. Turkish crypto exchange CEO sentenced to like 12,000 years in prison for stealing $2 billion in customer funds, to which I always think, is the point there to just not get caught then? Because what's the stealing about if you know you're going to get sentenced to thousands of years, basically your life in prison? What's the point in stealing stuff then if you're going to sit in prison forever? Now you got all your money for like a couple months and now you're in jail forever. Was it worth it? I don't know. Why? I have no idea what people think when they do that. I guess perhaps the basis is that you'll never get caught, or he didn't know he was stealing, but that's difficult when the sentence is 12,000 years. The SEC dropped a lawsuit against the Ripple executives. Crypto asset manager Grayscale won their lawsuit against the SEC. Coinbase sued the SEC, seeking regulatory clarity for the crypto industry. El Salvador's president officially signed a bill eliminating all taxes on income, property, and capital gains for technology innovations. Hong Kong's court, this is actually a big one that a lot of people did not notice, recognized cryptocurrencies as property not too long ago. Chinese property giant Evergrande filed for bankruptcy. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗡𝗥 Kwon was arrested in Montenegro and I think also extradited, or at least plans have been made to extradite him to the US, I think. US government arrests SafeMoon founders, these guys. BlackRock named JP Morgan as an authorized participant for its Bitcoin spot ETF. And the UK government plans to establish new digital asset legislation and make the country a crypto hub. Interesting. Now that was, in my opinion, indeed a pretty good rundown of the most important events of 2023. You might also say that Bitcoin finally went back into an uptrend. XRP is still going sideways, but Solana made a very, very huge comeback, and I guess a lot of other cryptos made a very juicy comeback. BRC20 coins are extremely hot. I guess that's another thing that you might add to this whole story, because theoretically speaking, it's the first time that these things are popping off, so it's a 2023 thing. I guess one thing you might add again and again is that apparently, let's see here where Vitalik said it. Let's just see. Vitalik Buterin released a new roadmap, an updated roadmap for Ethereum. So we've got ourselves the V2. Where does number go up in the roadmap? I don't see it. I'm confused. Yeah, I mean, we could go over this with exactly what's next for Ethereum. But honestly, guys, I personally think there's more money to be made with these other currencies that it's almost not even worth it to go too deep into Ethereum's parts, because it's good. But I think it's more so important for all the layer 2s, not for Ethereum itself in terms of price action. But that's obviously quite debatable. I'd still choose other cryptos over Ethereum, though, if we're talking about peak bull run. But if you're somebody who wants to know for the longer term, technology-wise, it's definitely something interesting to look into. And I actually definitely have to give it some time. Maybe you've noticed from the videos, I've been taken off for a couple of days. Well, not completely off, but I've not made any video. However, right now, baby, we're back. We're back harder than ever. Matter of fact, we're harder than ever. We've been here for like 7.5 years, but now, guys, you're not going to believe how crazy we're going to get on this channel with all the updates, with all the videos, with all the crazy news. So make sure you press that freaking like button. And hopefully, I see you guys every single day for the next year, because the next 16 months will be the most important months of your life. And if you plan them out well, if you watch this channel well, I already tell you right now, things are going to be really good for you. I tell you right now, things are going to be really, really good for you, but you got to prepare. You got to invest, not monetarily, not put money, but you got to invest your time into making sure you got all the basics set, because it's not that hard, but you need some basic skills. And things are going to be amazing. That's what I keep telling you. Things are going to be amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for watching for the entirety of the year, or maybe even multiple years. I don't know how long you've been watching for. You guys are amazing. And every single day, I'm still happy I get to make a video and so many people watch it. Really, it is really a humbling experience, I guess, that I wake up sometimes and I see people say, hey, thank you for the crypto update, something like that. It just really does me well, gets me excited. And I just wanted you guys to know that. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys are amazing. And as I said, this is going to be your year. Make it. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm so excited about this year. It's going to be crazy for crypto. I really believe so.